Thank you guys for joining us today, taking time out of your busy schedules. Like Jordan said, I will be walking you through a couple examples and workflows of how exactly Updox, coupled with Greenway, helps you simplify the business of healthcare and also add a couple hours extra time back into your day. So just to kick it off, as the title reads, Help Wanted, Updox is helping you find the hour or two a day that help your team operate with less chaos. So, as physician burnout rises, and I'm sure it's a hot topic among a lot of the subject matter that's going out from Greenway or EMR as well, that may have implications on the morale of your staff and general practice attitude as well. So, today we'll be discussing how Updocs can decrease the amount of time spent on manual operations and also encourage staff empowerment and improved outcomes. So, not only for your patients, but for your practice as well. So just a quick agenda to go over exactly what we'll be covering today in the presentation. We're going to go over who Updox is exactly. If you haven't heard of us before, we'll give you a little bit of background on how we came around with Greenway, our mission statement. We're going to go over exactly what we mean by simplifying, the problems that we solve for, and then a workflow overview. So about 8 years ago, Updox was started by a physician, Dr. Andy Barbash. He was just really frustrated with the lack of technology provided to independent practices and healthcare in general. So from there, he worked with a couple guys to start up a communication platform that started out with simple communications, but now covers a robust solution set, and that covers the entire United States. So we have over 300,000 healthcare users and always growing in the Updox channel. That covers 72 million patients within our network, and that's over 100 EMR integrations as well. So what exactly do we mean by simplifying? We know you guys have a good handle on the clinical side, but the business side of your practice, what we try to do is help you become proactive instead of reactive in your practice day-to-day workflows. So what exactly do we mean by that, and how can you accomplish it? We try to help you operate as a business. So cutting costs where necessary, which you probably already try to do. We try to help improve the ROI that's coming into the practice and boosting satisfaction of staff and your colleagues. We help you treat patients as customers. So healthcare is always changing, and with that, your patients are acting more as consumers. They're looking for the best location, prices, and overall process in which you run your business to ensure that their healthcare, just like the apps that are on their phone, isn't getting in the way of their day, but helping to improve it. So being able to engage with them and other colleagues as well in a HIPAA-compliant way and mobily is proving to be a great strategy for this. Updox also tries to help you generate new revenue into your business. So obviously, moving from volume-based to value-based, you might be a little nervous about that and a decrease in revenue as you're not seeing as many patients, but trying to provide the best value you can for the patients that you have. So by improving communication channels, creates new revenue lines by connecting to other providers in your network, whether they be in the Updox network or not, providing a streamlined, HIPAA-compliant way to communicate with other practices gives you the real edge to your competitors. We also help you contact patients in a way that they prefer, so helping you connect with them on new service offerings and different things of that nature to bring more revenue into the practice. We also help you remotely connect to patients and other providers. So Updox is a web-based platform, so that means no hardware required. You guys can access Updox from anywhere with an internet connection. That means you can be pushing and pulling directly into your EHR and into patients' charts directly from Updox from anywhere that you are, whether that be a coffee shop, whether that be your office or your home, you can access Updox from there. So just to give you a little overview, before the physician, and this workflow is going to be something you guys are obviously very familiar with as you work in a practice on a day-to-day basis, but the communication process between providers, between you and your staff, is sometimes a bit disjointed, so it gets pretty chaotic on a day-to-day basis. And before the physician even enters the examination room with the patient, the administrative process has already begun in the background. and obviously can cause some chaos. So, first of all, the new patient schedules the appointment, alerting the front office to either create a new profile in your EHR, or maybe they have to request more information from the previous provider. From there, they have to connect with you and maybe exchange some emails, some direct secure email sharing PHI, or possibly faxing over the CCDA. And then they connect with maybe another referring specialist who maybe had some history with that patient as well. And then back to the front office staff to communicate that. And then maybe back to the referring specialist. So it's a constant line of communication going all different ways before the doctor ever enters the examination room. So then after the appointment takes place, we want to give you some clarity as far as how that communication is going out. Maybe you are the provider and you don't actually have any part in that process communicating back and forth. Maybe it's your staff that's handling all of that. Whether that be the case or not, at some point, somebody is probably getting a little frustrated with a manual process or having to do the chase around to find a document or get a provider sign off. Any of that process, if you could streamline that or automate that in any way, that would be very, very helpful. And with Updox, we try to give you visibility into that process. So we try to help you create customized workflows to measure efficiency, improve efficiency, give you a clearer view in the accuracy in which the PHI is being shared back and forth, either between providers or your staff, and visibility into the coordination of the care of that patient to find the gaps that are weighing your administrative staff down. Updox also creates a little bit more simplicity in your workflow. So we try to simplify all of the administrative process that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, whether that be manual faxing or connecting with other providers or even connecting and messaging with your staff. We provide you a set of tools that actually allow you to communicate within the same workflow you would be when you're seeing a patient. We also provide compliance. So Updox document management and provider communications are 100% HIPAA compliant. So you run no risk using us compared to any other partner. So what exactly is wasting your staff time on a daily basis? I know a lot of the providers we first started out working with, it was the fax machine, the dreaded fax machine, which I hope a lot of you have moved past the paper process now. But is it scanning and rescanning documents? Is it printing things out for the provider to sign off on? Is it tracking down other staff members to confer on different results? Is it printing, sorting, and then rescanning only to get things back into the chart? Or is it just general administrative duties that come with the bureaucratic changes that are always happening in healthcare? If you can identify any one of these numbered problems as a big strain point for your practice, we can definitely help. So what Updox does is provide a provider communication platform. We provide helpful tools such as queues where you're able to have your staff, front of house staff, auto sort documents on to different teams or different locations of practices. We can help you tag to organize and assign ownership to different things. So if you want to tag just a provider in something, he or she is only able to see the things he's tagged on. We provide a robust editor for all of your documents. Governance, the ability to lock down certain features. So if there are certain aspects of Updox you don't want certain parts of the practice seeing, no problem. We have that ready for you to change. We also offer full integration with Greenway, Prime Suite, and Energy. You can file documents directly to the chart and also pull up anybody who's already located in your address book to message or fax. And then workflow, we assign tasks and or send messages to members of your team while filing. So everyone that needs to be notified is notified, all within the same single inbox and workflow. So this is what the Updox inbox will look like, and that's across the board for any of the EMR integrations. This is where all of your consolidated messages flow, whether that be a secure text message coming in from a patient, a fax, a direct secure email, any sort of communication that you normally get either by paper or by email, you can find here in Updox once connected directly to your EMR. I'm going to walk you through just a couple of the capabilities that I described before so you can get a real clear view on what that would look like for your practice as well. So as I mentioned before, sometimes you might need to print out a document, find the provider to get them to sign off on this. And a lot of documents require you to click into them to kind of see exactly what they are, who they need to go to. Without having to print anything out, click on anything, you're actually able to just hover over the documents within Updox and make it really easy to kind of click into and only open the documents that are necessary. We also provide those tags. So in case you need to only tag providers on documents that are pertinent to them, you can do that. We also have practices that organize these tags by urgency. So if you have some lab results come in that you need a provider to look at immediately, you can definitely mark it that way as well. We try to provide just as much customization as necessary because we know not one size fits all. Obviously, every single practice works a little bit differently, so we want you guys to have the options to kind of move at your own pace and move in a workflow that fits you best. From there, we have the robust document editor. So I mentioned before that sometimes you need to print out a document and chase down the provider to sign off on it. You won't have to do that anymore. You can simply tag that provider, ask them to review and sign off, and we have a one-click digital signature where they're able to place their signature right on the document. And then we have other really cool features that just allow you to annotate, redact, highlight, edit these documents any way you see fit without ever having to leave the inbox or the workflow you're already working from. We also have a simultaneous functionality. So whether you are faxing something out, direct secure emailing, or just trying to task a provider on it for review, or even filing to the chart, we offer a compose screen that allows you to do all of these things within the same screen. So you don't have to compose a fax and then go back to the document, sign it to the chart. It's all right here at your fingertips within the same workflow, making it really streamlined and helpful for you guys to save a lot of time that you're usually spent kind of running around trying to figure out exactly what you need to do next. No more to-do lists. You can do it all in one fell swoop. So just to wrap up these functionalities with Greenway, Updox really does try to simplify your business communications. So any and all communications coming through the practice, you can have right here in Updox. Obviously, EMRs are not going anywhere, so you will have Greenway there alongside you, but using a system and implementing technology that is interoperable with your EMR is really giving you a benefit. So Updox helps you by consolidating all of your messages, a single application working directly with your EMR, streamlined administrative process, providing you visibility, simplicity, and customized workflows to fit your needs. Increased face time with patients. Obviously, being able to automate or streamline any of these administrative workflows frees up that time for your staff to really build rapport with your patients and get them empowered in their own healthcare. And then we try to help with improved overall outcomes. If you're happy, if your staff is happy, if your workflow is as efficient as possible, obviously this will provide you more time to spend with your patients and provide them a higher level of care. And just to give you a sneak peek, we are offering a new it will be available in limited availability. We're actually offering it up to Greenway users first at Engage 2018. So definitely stop by the booth to see us for this. But it's secure text. It will be offered starting August 1st. It's secure one-to-one messaging, whether that be with your patient or another provider, all centralized in the same inbox I just walked you through. So any message you send out or receive will come directly into the same workflow you're using for all of your document management. You will be able to file those text threads directly to the patient's chart. So it's not stepping out of the current workflow. It's not something you will lose or have to take a screenshot of and possibly avoid HIPAA regulations. This will all be secure and directly within the same workflow you'll already be working out of, and you can do it on the fly. So just feel free to reach out to an Updox representative or feel free to Come and see me at Engage. I will be there as well at the Updox booth to definitely see what all the fuss is about with secure text. And to wrap it up, we just have a quick quote here from one of our longtime users, Dr. Ortega. So honestly, Updox is cheap and efficient. It has zero learning curve. The service is as great as you can get, and the benefits are outstanding. I'd tell any independent doctor, simplify your life with Updox and you won't look back. And how exactly can you get started as a Greenway user? Well, again, we are no hardware, no contract company. It is a month-to-month subscription, similar to a magazine subscription. We are remote accessible, so anywhere with an internet connection, feel free to log on, and we offer free training and free support. You can contact us at the number and email below, and I will just quickly say we are offering a promotion this month. If you get registered for Updox before the end of July, so before Engage, the promo is Sunkissed, and you will get 30% off for 2 months.